Welcome to Ashton's Crunchy Kitchen. Today we're going to be cooking a chicken I caught off of my mom's farm. I'm just kidding. But if you want to see me do that, let me know. We're actually going to be cooking a Instapot honey garlic chicken. So let's get started. We're going to be using Nature's Promise chicken. So I like to buy the individually wrapped chickens because if I'm just gonna cook like 2 or 3, it's easier to get them out if they're individually wrapped. But today I'm gonna be cooking all the chicken, and this is 6 individually wrapped chicken breasts. Alright guys, now that we have all 6 chickens in the Instapot, we're going to put salt and pepper on the chicken. Alright guys, so now we're moving on to our next step. We have all of our ingredients laid out already. First, we're going to chop our onion. Now we're going to use a half a cup of honey. This honey actually came from our neighbors. Now we need 1/4 cup of ketchup. Now we need 1/3 cup of soy sauce. Now we need 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now we need 2 teaspoons of garlic. Now that we have all of our ingredients in the bowl, we just mix it all together. Once you get it all mixed together, you're just gonna dump it all in the Instapot. And now that we have everything in the Instapot, you're just gonna put the top on. I always have the hardest time doing this. I did it the first try that time. So we have our top on, and you just turn this thing on to pressure cook, and you're gonna do it for 18 minutes. While the chicken's going, we're gonna cook our rice. We're going to first rinse the measured rice to remove the extra starch and drain. Then we're gonna place the drained rice in the saucepan and add the measured water, oil, and salt. We'll place the saucepan uncovered over high and bring the water to a boil. Make sure to stir occasionally and let the water reduce slightly below the rice level, and then lower the flame. Place a lid on the saucepan and simmer 20 minutes. Okay, so while we're waiting for that to get done cooking, we're gonna go ahead and cut up our green onions. These are really just for decoration and just to give it a little bit of extra taste. So it doesn't really matter how you cut them up, just cut them however you like them. Okay, so I'm just gonna put these green onions in a bowl while the chicken's cooking and just put it aside. Okay, now that the Instapot is done, that was hot. Now that the Instapot is done, you have to flip the release and let it vent. Before we take this chicken out, we're gonna mix together 2 teaspoons of arrowroot powder and 1/4 cup of water. Ashton's pro tip, you don't need a spoon for this, just use your measuring thingy-majigger. Now it's time to take our chicken out. I just use my tongs to get them out. Now that we have our chicken out, we're gonna pour our arrowroot powder and water mixture into the sauce. Another pro tip from Ashton, I just use my tongs that I got my chicken out with to stir this around, so I'm not using tons of different dishes and having to clean them. Now that we have that mixed, we're gonna turn the Instant Pot on saute, and you're just gonna let that saute until the sauce thickens. Now that the sauce is thickened, it's time to put our meat back in the sauce. All right, our meat is done and it's time to plate this meal. That looks beautiful. Now it's time to try it. That's a thumbs up from me. If you like the content that you saw today, give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you want to see more of. Until next time.